Thanks. Hey, this is Hero again. I am here today to review a new gun that was released by G3. Came out very recently, about a couple months ago. This is the G3 SG1. As you can see, it comes with a nice little bipod right there. Alright guys, most of this gun is plastic. Right now it's pretty much easier just to say the parts of this gun that aren't plastic. So the barrel right here, the sights, the magazine, mag release, and the sling attachments, and the gearbox, and the screws. That's pretty much all that here that is metal. But overall, I just used this gun about a week ago at a skirmish, and I had to use it because my gun was a piece of shit, and this was one of the nice guys there had a couple extra guns, so he let me use this one. Anyway, this, after my experience last Saturday, is a very, very nice gun. It has a nice 500 round high-cap magazine, which also comes with a winding tool. So instead of having to manually wind it yourself, it's like a key. You stick it in the side of that little hole right there, and you just crank it until the BBs come up and you hear the click. And then you're good to go. It's a lot faster than having to use that winding wheel at the bottom. This gun shoots at about, according to Airsplat, 380 FPS, but I've heard other places that it fires around 330. Its range is about 150 feet from my experience last Saturday, but put a tight bore in there and you could easily hit a man-sized target at 200 feet. So it's got a pretty decent range. It comes with a 8.4 volt, 1500 mAh battery that you can just insert right back there. That bumper snaps right off, and you just plug it in right there, shove it in there. It's pretty tight squeeze, so you might have a little trouble with the wires back there, but you could get used to it. The charging handle right here folds up to right there, folds up onto the side. So you just pull that back, pops right back up there like that, and locks, and that exposes the hopper, which you just rotate. Pretty simple. The side on it is adjustable. It can has 3 different peephole settings, and then it's also got an open tip right there, so it can rotate, as you can see. It's pretty loose, so you might, if you can figure out a way to tighten it, tell me if you get the gun, because I can't figure out how to tighten it. It's got a little plate on top of the screw, so I can't get to it. But the sling mounts are metal, and yeah, that's pretty much explains itself. The mag release here has two different release parts that you can use. It's got the normal flip tab right there at the bottom. Just push that and pops right out. And it's also got, for some reason, a button on the side here that you can also use to pull down. Personally, I would recommend using the side button, because if you use the flip tab, it'll put a little extra stress on it, because it has to move the side button as well. And it may seem like you've got a little more leverage, but it's just a lot easier to use this, and you don't have to risk breaking your tab. The selector switch on it has a nice distinct click to it, as you can see. So it's really easy to tell if you're like playing a night game that you're in a specific firing mode. It's got a ergonomic right-handed grip, so if you're left-handed and you get this gun, it might be a little uncomfortable because it doesn't fit right. It looks quite right. It's got a little ridge right there that fits your thumb. Anywho, that's pretty much the gun. Bipod just folds up pretty simply. So the one thing that people have complained about mostly that I've seen is that after a little while it gets a little bit of wobble there. That's not that big a deal because it's supposed to wobble in case you need to like take out your mag or something. But people complain about it. It's not that hard to fix. You just need to take a Phillips head screwdriver to that and tighten it up. It's got these weird little fake weld marks on it, on the plastic. So it gets a little more realistic, but it's plastic, so. Flash hider, nice metal construction. You could probably paint right off this thing right over, so for those of you who do that. Anywho, this is a pretty nice gun. I'm probably gonna have a firing test tomorrow because the battery's still charging right now. Just got the gun today. Cost me about $135 including shipping off of airsplat.com. So overall, pretty decently built gun. It's got some good heft to it. Weighs about 7 pounds. Anywho, I've also heard that this model is eventually going to come out with a RS version of it. I haven't seen anything about that yet, so it hasn't been released, and I haven't heard any information about it yet. Also, on the manual that came with the gun, I saw a special version with a collapsible stock, and there are instructions in there on how to insert the battery on that one. It goes in there. It also uses a mini battery, so it might be better for those of you that want to last a little bit longer, but in the game. But if you're into like a more CQB thing, then you might want to get the collapsible stock if you can find it. Anywho, this has been my review of the G3 SG1. This model is the T3K1. The other models are the K2 and K3. Anywho, this is overall a very good gun. I'll probably get more information for you tomorrow after the firing test. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my review and I hope it's been helpful. See you guys.